Okay, and now it is time to prove that I actually do love DMZ by playing another round. As long as it works, as long as the program works, that is, you know how it is. I'm checking my calendar to make sure I'm not going to miss anything today by playing. Nope, I have a free day today. Oh wait, shit, I gotta mark down my time at the garden. And I want to clarify that I actually like doing gardening work. My previous comments about slavery are about A, the court system trying to take credit for my idea of volunteering, and B, a bunch of other shit unrelated to the garden. Although the gardening could be considered slave work, I actually wanted to do this. I wanted to volunteer at the garden in the first place. I consider it steward work, not slave work. But I could very easily call it slave work and excuse them specifically. I can excuse the garden specifically, but then still crash out on the whole court system, because my point is valid. I was more so referring to the music stuff of how I did all my indentured servitude for the music industry. That's what I was talking about. And then they took my laptop away. That's when the slavery started. Same thing with paying my dues with the DMT extraction stuff, getting to that point, and then being prescribed the ketamine. That's also slavery. Even though, once again, I can excuse individuals involved, potentially, depending on the circumstances. I still don't have all the information. You see what I'm getting at. And if you don't, you might want to do some research. I was off the books volunteering at the garden way before I got swatted. Picking up trash and stuff mostly, straightening up signs, patrolling to make sure no one's getting hurt or whatever. Because sometimes there's some weird animals like snakes and stuff. Trash collection. To finally reiterate one more time, I actually like volunteering at the garden. So my comments about slavery are more about the institution as a whole, rather than this particular instance. Also, should we have a little bit of fun with some weapons? I mean, should we design some new ones? These one, ow. My glasses on, the over-ear headphones hurt. Let's design some new weapons. That's essentially what I've created with the, wait, check. What I've created with the, wait. munitions box. With the M4 and the P890, that's my gold standard. So hold me to that. The M4 and the P90, essentially the configurations I've done are my final forms for these weapons. So with that in mind, we can mess around with some other stuff. Like for example, one of my other favorite weapons is the Chimera. Let's do one of these. Let me get rid of some of these. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not as excited about the Chimera because here's why. Because it's already perfect as is. It's already perfect right out of the shop. You don't need to modify it at all for it to be a perfect weapon. So actually, maybe let's look at something else. You know, the FTAC Recon is pretty spicy also, but it's too similar to the M4 in my opinion for it to be exciting for me to modify right now. Let's look at the SMGs. SMOGs, Rick. The MP5 is essentially the golden standard for, you know, these are MP5 variations. This is an MCX variation, or whatever. This is supposed to be like the MP5. Same thing with this. I mean, yeah, you've got the Uzi type weapon, which is also awesome, but the MP5 type platforms, in my opinion, are the golden standard. I mean, this is an outlier. This is an outlier and also acceptable. Same thing with this, though. It's like, this is too close to the M4 for it to be exciting for me to modify right now. Just right now. So we're going to go down to the next one. I'm also probably going to have to use the bathroom in a second. I don't really want to work with shotguns right now. I'm going to go use the bathroom. I'll be right back. I used to have a problem when I was younger, when I was very much younger, when I was a kid, with like holding in my excrement and fucking playing games with fate. No longer. Fortunately, in my adult years, I've learned it's better to be on the safe side. Unfortunately, it has to be said. We'll probably do sniper rifle today. I started playing Halo 5. I started playing Halo 5 recently. And there's a sniper rifle called Nornfang. Nornfang. I think it's pretty much... I think the sniper rifle in Halo is most similar to the Signal 50. Okay, I'm not as sure about all the modifications on this, but let me see. The thing I don't like about doing sniper rifles is, doing the under... Okay, so there are some different types of grips. Let's see. No, it's more like, where's the demo? Oh, I somehow skipped right over the demo grip. Nope, no. Stop that. It's not what I want. Also, let me think. What? Oh. One, two, three. Thing is, it's tempting to pick high velocity, but you gotta think. The armor piercing ones don't have any drawbacks. At least not as reported in the game. Whoa, what happened? I think that's good enough for now. Nornfang is yellow and black, I think. So let's see. That's too much yellow. That's kind of classy, but that's not the color. Yeah, I think the closest one is just the Black Ops color.
Attract mode activated. Refined, sophisticated, the all-new Bullet Buddy. Weapon system online, initializing WARs.
Uh, 2. In the spirit of generative AI, let's use this. I think that's how they spelled it. Seems pretty good to me. Alright, so there's that. And then you gotta think. What goes with a sniper rifle in Halo? Shotguns, obviously. Do I want to use a shotgun? Not really. I don't have to either. But I might. Which one looks most like the Halo shotgun? Probably the Bryson 800. Yep, it's the Bryson 800. Now, I don't have the most experience with shotgun in this game. So let's just look at some of the options. I mean, it's really just stock. It's really just stock. It's just a stock shotgun in the game. So never mind. Let's not go through this right now. Let's choose something else. Honestly, I can't remember what the SMGs in Halo look like. But sniper, then what are my other options? Handgun. I guess the handgun is either the 50 GS or the... Well, that's not the right color, so I guess it's this one. Well, it doesn't really have that... I guess we could just put a compensator on it. That's close enough. Because that's what it is anyway, isn't it? Some sort of compensator. I don't know if I want to do this right now. Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna do some guesswork. Don't hold me too much on this one. Let's do that. No, wait. Yeah, that. For the compensator. No, other one. Actually, is there a shorter barrel? Let me take this off real quick. Nope, there's no shorter barrel. I actually think it's a 44 Magnum in the game, isn't it? In Halo. Or is it not? I don't know. Hollow point. Once again, armor piercing is probably the way to go. I don't think it needs a camo because then it covers the silver up. And the silver is iconic. I don't think it needs anything on it. What the? How did I get a camo? I explicitly tried not to get a camo. Yeah, we don't need anything on it. Oh, what the? What just happened? Now, usually I would have to play with these weapons to finalize their existence. I'm going to do so, but I'm going to comment that there is a history, and this is redundant because I've mentioned this many times before. There is a history of when I create custom weapons and I go to play a match, I get targeted in a way that's not normal. Let's just put it that way. And the weapons get taken. Now, do I want that to happen? No. But I'm acknowledging it. So, for all of you who might actually have, you know, good intentions and clear consciences, and you have the ability to watch this match from an auditative perspective, please do so, because I'd be very interested on your perspective on what's going on behind the scenes. I can't see everything, but I'm fairly certain it's a conspiracy. And don't worry, my stomach is turning. I'm getting chills. Alright, we're starting off strong with some heavy lag. Extra time on the black screen just to make sure everyone's nervous.
And watch for other operators in the AO.
Super, super, super lag. 5 FPS. This looks like a cyber attack. And they're probably just gonna take the weapons.
System status nominal.
I can't do shit. I've got 3 frames per second with a 4080 GPU, an i9, and the graphics are all the way down. Latency variation and extrapolation. 2 frames per second. Which is actually generous considering I'm actually getting 0 frames per second, 1 frame. Yeah, it's just totally frozen. Packet burst. I can hear them coming, but I can't see anything. So, like, conspiracy revealed or whatever? I don't know, you guys do the math. It's not my job. I'm just supposed to be playing. And yet, here we go. And now what I'm expecting is for them to try to get me to quit the game.
Hey, you got a mic? Hello?
Yeah, I got a mic, but there's something wrong with my game right now. I don't even know if you can hear me.
Hello?
See, I'm doing all the necessary prerequisites here. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I'm holding push to talk, and I'm talking, and my game is frozen. And see, they usually do this as a psyop to make it look like I'm not playing. Apparently I marked the location as well somehow. So it just goes to show my entire point was valid. I'm just interested to see if it's gonna actually level out or not.
Calling.
Did he just say something about Ronin? And there we go. I made some new custom weapons. Comment. They didn't even let me finish the report. Okay. I mean, I already know that that's not enough stuff to cause that issue. That's not enough stuff open to cause that issue. Something about SWAT has a lot of explaining to do. I'm giving it a moment. I'm letting it reset. Let's open Steam just to make sure it's not still running. Also, where's the other? It is still running. Oh, it's booting back up. Wow, it actually booted back up all by itself back into HQ. It didn't even boot back into Modern Warfare 2, which is what I originally opened. It went back into HQ, and all I'm going to do from HQ is go back into Modern Warfare 2. Let's see if it even works. I'm getting more coffee. And here's the main problem is that if I was on my prescription ketamine right now today, that shit would have absolutely, that shit that just happened would have absolutely destroyed my mental health. I'm not even kidding. That's the kind of shit which is the reason why I had to get off of it, other than the fact that I was essentially saturated. But I swear to God. I mean, it's not like that stuff didn't happen while I was on that sort of thing. Wouldn't happen sometimes when I was on my DMT extraction as well, but I didn't go psychotic when I was on my own DMT extraction. I just recognized it for what it was. Sometimes I would get very angry, but that was usually about other things. It just feels like whenever I was taking the prescription ketamine, they would always just fuck with me on the, like, do some terrorist ass MK Ultra motherfucking bullshit and fuck with my brain. That's another reason I don't feel confident. See, look, the weapons are gone. What the fuck did I tell you? I told you. And once again, it's not that I can't enjoy the game without custom weapons. The point is just that that's foul play. If Treyarch wanted a copy of the weapons, it literally saves a copy, or whoever's in charge of the game now, it literally saves a copy on my account. All they have to do is take a copy of it and use it on their administrator accounts. And honestly, they should be able to just contact me personally and say, hey, we like your weapon mods, can we use them? And I'd say yes. But instead, some sort of weird ass shit is happening, and it's pretty offensive, to be honest with you. That might be the point. It might not be about the weapons, it might just be about being offensive. Well, anyway, I hope that now that's out of the way that I can actually play a regular match now. But if it hasn't become apparent to you that there is a potential conspiracy at play, then you're not paying attention. And if I know anything about this game, without me doing anything in particular, there could be some very severe consequences for what just happened. And that might be an understatement. One of the reasons, other than the fact that I just enjoy, like, to me, the game isn't fun if I'm not using my own skill set. The other reason, one of the other main reasons that it's not cool to cheat in this game is that, think about what the content of the game is. Do you want that to happen to you in real life? If so, cheating is probably a great way to cause that. If not, then you might want to just play by the rules. So if whoever caused that goes crazy and dies, don't blame me. Alternate reality games be like. You ever just do something exactly like the simulation?